my cursor at the what? At the profit cell. And after I put it there, I'll go to data. So for example, maybe you are in home before, you go to data tab, then you go to what if analysis, then you go to what? Scenario manager. Now it's going to bring this dialog box. So when it brings it to you, then you click on what? You click on add.
Okay.
Click on add. And let me quickly correct one notion. It's not compulsory you even put it in profits. It's not really compulsory anyway. So you click on add. So when I click on add, please, this is the aspect you must take note. It's asking me that what is my scenario name? You understand? Maybe I can call this one, let me just call it a simple name, scenario what? 1. Or you can call it anything. So that it will be, some people can call it maybe small scale, medium, or what? Or large. But I'll call it scenario 1. Now, I'm not talking about the changing cells. Now, why do you think there's changing cells? Changing cells is like, oh, I want to change figures for each of my variables. Oh, artist is a variable. All rentage is a variable. Equipment is a variable. Security is a variable. That is what they mean by changing cells. Now, I will now go to this changing cell. Look at me. I will click on this icon that is in front of it, that is in front of red arrow facing up. I'll click on it. Look at it. So I will now start clicking on it one by one. So I'll start from what? Artists. Are you following, sir? Then when I click on artist, I will now click on my, in fact, before I do that, let me quickly show you something. Sorry, let me show you something. Let me remove it. I'm cleaning what is there. Look at it. It said control plus what? Click cell. Control plus what? Click cell to select non-adjacent changing cell. Let me practicalize that. I'll click on it again. Bam. I'll click on the first guy. I'll press my control. My left hand is on my what? Control key permanently.
Okay.
So when I'm doing that, I will think of it. My artist is 1 million. Wow. That's my scenario 1 for artists. I'm okay. My all rentage is what? 500,000. My equipment is what? 200,000. My what is it called? Security is what? 150,000. My menu is what? 500,000. Now, this cost total, that is 2 million. I'm not going to select it because there is a formula there. I told you that anywhere there is formula, omit it. So can you see? I'm not going to select. Ticket fee, there is formula there. I'm going to what? Omit it. So these are the major variables that will make my event successful. My artist, my all rented, my equipment, my security, then my my ticket fee is also important. So let me select my ticket fee. Are you following, sir?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm going to redo this. I don't want you to be confused. Let me show you something so that it's not be. I want to select on a straight line. So let me quickly cancel.
Okay.
Let me cancel everything. Let me quickly show you something. Now, my arrangements will really confuse people. So let me do the first one. I'll call the first one participant. My participant is 500 that I'm expecting, right? And the second one, ticket fee. That one will still work, but I just want to make it very easier for you. So the ticket is 8,000, right? Now, after that, I'm going to come like this, right click, insert. The essence is I want to create a new row. So let me say for my income will be what? Equals this times what? This. Bam. Did you see the changes that I did? So let me delete this. Let me delete this. So after that, my profit, let me redo my profit. My profit will now be what? This. Oh, sorry. Equals this minus what? This. Are you getting it, sir? Okay, so let me do it again. So now I cannot do my scenario now. So I'll go back. Data, what if, scenario manager, add, scenario name, scenario what? 1. The changing cells, I will now start from artist. I'll press my control, all rentage, equipment, security, what else? Menu. My participant will determine, because by the time I have more people, that's more profit, so it matters. I'll select it. My ticket fee can also make a success of my what? Of my event. But you will notice that everywhere there is formula, I didn't what? Select. Like cost summation, I didn't select. Like income, I didn't select. Profit, because there are formulas there. So after I've done that, I will now click on this down arrow back to bring me back here. Then I will now click on what? Okay. Now, what is the meaning of this? The meaning of this is that for the first scenario, I decide to make it a default. So it's just trying to show me the value. So I don't need to stress myself. I'll click on what? Okay. So I'll click on what? Add again. For the I'll say scenario what? Scenario 2. I don't need to do changing cells again. I've done my changing cells.
Yeah.
I'll click on OK. Then I'll now begin to change these figures. Now, this 1 million is for what? Artists. So now, because I want to prove to those people that, fine, our artist is 1 million. Why can't we look for more stronger artists that can pull more crowd? So I can decide that my second scenario will be what? Will be 3 million. So possibly in my write-up, I will have told them that if we should bring, maybe that first person is one small artist. If we bring another bigger person, maybe Nathaniel Bassi or blah 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 blah, someone that will pull more crowd, and the person will collect 3 million. Let me see if my zeros are complete. 1 2 3 1 2 3. Fine. After that, my all rentage, definitely my all rentage will be bigger. Why? Because we are calling an higher artist that will collect like 3 million. Definitely that all size will not take us again. So let's increase our all to a whole of 1 million. You understand?
Yeah.
Via capacity. Now, that of 200,000 equipment. Oh, we need to rent bigger equipment. So let's change that to possibly 400,000 instead of 200,000, 400,000. Now, after that, the next thing is 150,000, which is what? Security. For the number of people we're expecting, 150,000 will not be enough. Maybe this time around we are getting 2 more people. So it's going to be what? 250. Since we are giving each one of them. Are you getting me, sir?
Yeah.
Now, after that, the next thing is menu, 500,000. Definitely, 500,000 will not be enough again.
That's right.
Yeah, let's say 1 million. 1 2 3. 1 2 3. Okay. You can scroll down because that's not there. So I'm scrolling down. The next thing is 500 participants. Definitely we are expecting like 1,000 what? Participants. Because that person will pull more what? More crowd. So ticket fee. Ticket fee must increase at least little. Instead of 8,000, let's increase it to 10,000. Are you following, sir? So that's scenario what? Scenario 2. So I click on OK. I'll click on add again. Scenario what? Scenario 3. Changing cells, no need of disturbing yourself. Then now, I'm going back again. 1 million. This is the default, you understand? Then we want to bring one of the biggest musician in town. So let's say instead of because the previous one I said 3,000, let's take it to 5,000 or 5 million. Sorry, 5 million. If you can remember, the first scenario is 1 million, second 3 million. Now we are going to what? Yeah, the second 3 million, now 5 million. This is the third scenario. Now in this case, I think for all rentage, it was we decided 1 million. So now let's go to 1.5 million because it's going to be a bigger hall. Are you following, sir? Now for the
Yes.
equipment, let's take it up to like 800,000 because people will be many, so it can't take us. So after equipment, the next thing is security. Security of 150,000 for the first scenario of 250. Now let's lift it up to like 350,000. Even 457 is not even too much, so that we'll get a very good equipment. Now after that, I'm seeing some okay many security. I mean, sorry. Now after that, 500,000 is for menu. So now 1.5 million will be for menu. After that, participants for default is 500,000 for first scenario. Second scenario, I think is 1,000. Now I'm sure we can get up to like 1,500 participants. Now let's increase it to what? To 15,000. That's the entry fee. Okay. So now we have scenario 1, scenario 2, scenario what? 3.
Free.
Are you getting me, sir? Now,
Yes.
after that, I will now click on what? Summary. What do I call it? Summary.
Samurai.
Yeah, that's the scenario, man. I'll just click on summary. Now, it will now bring this place. Please don't forget. Can you see that by default, computer is very smart. It knows that the profit is the most important thing. Can you see say result cell? That's why I said whatever you are doing in life, the major thing is your results, your profits. What output are you getting from? So that's why it's selecting. So in case computer did not select it, make sure you select the what? The profit cell. Then I'll click on what? Okay. I'll click on okay. Please, in case I forgot, the next class, I'm going to take you pivot table. Pivot table. Because you notice that in that place, you saw the first one is what? Scenario summary. The second one is pivot. So before we can you understand the meaning of pivot, don't worry, in the next class I will teach you on pivot table. It's also another very important topic that we're going to be covering. So now, as you can see, wow, it has analyzed it for us.
That's right.
Now, the first one is telling you the default value. That's why you are saying 1,500,000, 200,000. And scenario 1, I make it my what? My default value that I started with. And it's telling me that the profit is going to be what? 1,650,000. For scenario 2,
Yeah.
the profit is going to be what? 4,350,000. For scenario 3, 13,250,000. Now, I know you'll be wondering, what do you need this for? Because of time, I can now go to this place. Look at me. I can now start putting figures there so that it will be more presentable. The first figure is what? Is the artist. Abi? So that it will be more presentable. This one is, in case you can't remember, you can go to sheet 1 that will help you. All rentage.
Rentage.
You understand? All. This one, you can come here to know. The next one is what? Equipment. Oh, okay, I think instruments. Abi? instrument. You can increase it in case you can't see everything. Can you see that I've increased that part so that I can type more thing? The only thing I did is that I can drag back. Do you understand? I only drag this
Yeah.
one outwards so that so after instrument, what is the next thing? Security.
Curia.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, after security, menu.
uh-huh.
After menu. Okay. Now,
Some.
okay, after I think for this one is, let me first do the one of 500. I think is for participants, and the last one is for what? Ticket what? Fee. But now I will now come here. Look at me. I'll come in between the menu and the participant. I'll right click insert to create a new, and I'll call this one total. You understand? Total in what sense? Equals, I can use formula in all this place. Sum, start from the beginning to this place, close, press enter. You understand? So I can drag to the right to know the total for others. So that when I'm explaining to them, they will understand me very well. You understand? So this is the total cost. And this one is what? The profits. Now, you can't compare someone that presented this and it's just using mouth to explain with someone that presented this. Because by the time I'm presenting
Right.
to the people that will make decision, I will let them know, sir, I've actually done my own work. I've consulted 3 different artists. For the scenario 1, I connected artist A. He said he's going to collect 1 million. For scenario 2, I actually contacted artist 2 or artist B, and the person said he's going to collect 3 million naira. Artist 3, 5 million naira. And by the time I just oppose the hall, we are going to take the instrument, the security, the menu. I discovered that our cost for the scenario 1 is 2 million plus. Scenario 2 is 5 million plus. Scenario 3 is 9 million. So if the company can actually jack up the costs to 5 million, we are going to get profit of 4 million. And if they can try their best, fine, 9 million is much, but sir, look at the profit margin. If we can raise, imagine someone that just raised 2 million to make the event wonderful and made 1 million. I know that when they are arguing between the people that is going to decide, they will say, please let us manage and raise what? Now, even if it's to borrow it, because we know at the end of the day we'll make profit of what? 30 million. And other people will say at the end of the day they will be able to decide. Are you getting me, sir? Hello, sir.
That's right. I'm with you. Yeah.
So the essence of the note below is that you can now write blah blah blah, something that will what? That will convince them, that will convict them to what? To pick the one that would give them the best. You must be able to write, the note in a wonderful way that would really make your project to fly. So thanks so much, sir. That's the
That's right.
end of the class. So
I appreciate your time, my brother.
yes, sir, no problem, sir. So these are very key things. Don't worry. There are powerful tools ahead that you will learn. You
Okay.
understand? So what I'm just begging you is that just take your time. I'm telling you, very soon, I can assure you by either this week or next week, we are rounding up Excel. We are going to SQL. So and SQL is very wonderful. By the time you are through with SQL and you practicalize, you're eligible to start getting job as a data scientist. So possibly when you work a while, you can sorry, as a data analyst, when you work a while and you really wish to upgrade, you can come for data science.
Okay.
So because data science, you just need to pay like 250 extra and you upgrade to data science. So that's just the difference. So by the time we are through with SQL,
Okay.
we'll go to Power BI. Wow, with that, I can assure you, immediately I'm going to connect you with our students that are already working, so they would guide you better. You understand? So I'm very sure that you will see results from what you are learning. So then another thing is that we want to start, I think I will be saying that most often we are going to be starting January/February online training. So if you have any friends, family, any group you are, I'll be dropping the flyer to your
Okay.
yeah, so that you can actually drop it for them. So
All
thanks
right then.
so much, sir. Thanks so much.
Appreciate your time, my brother. Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
Okay.